What is up, guys? MrBayeasy here, and today we're going to be doing some more Crusaders of the Lost Titles. Now, as you can see, we are not in anything special. We're just in one of the normal gameplay areas today. We're actually in a section of World's Wake, and so this is going to be basically begin what I've been wanting to do with this game, and we're going to be seeing much more frequent Crusaders episodes. I know I said that previously, and I didn't upload that for a week. Again, some personal issues just got in the way, but basically, I was planning on going forth with it and doing it, you know, more Crusaders at least every other day is what I'd like to have it be, at the absolute most every 2 days, because I honestly, there's a lot more, as you can see, a lot more to be done with this game. Not only do we have the tier 1, but we have tier 2 as well. Alright, so we're going to be going through tier 1 first, because I still have a lot of idols that I could potentially get from just playing the campaign and beating, just, you know, all that stuff. And then we'll go and do tier 2 if you guys want to see it, which I'm sure you guys will, and it'll also give us even more idols. So by the time we're completely done, and it will take a while, alright, we should see, you know, a really high amount of idols. And I'm really not going to be free playing too much, I don't think, unless, you know, unless we're going about it where it's like an objective, or not objective, an event, okay? So that's basically how it's going to go. So today, obviously what I did was I beat as much of the other one as I could, which happened to just be 2 more of the missions at the end. That gave me regular, or I'm sorry, the St. Patrick's Day jeweled chests. So we're going to be opening those, and we're also going to be, we're going to open those first, because I want to see what kind of gear I get for the clown specifically. I think it's going to be really interesting. He's going to be, honestly, probably one of my best DPS Crusaders. He's so close to being as good as the Witch, and he doesn't have any gear yet. So that's really surprising. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up that, and then there's also a little sale going on. I don't really care about the epic gear that I get here. I mean, it's nice to have more epic gear. It's something I don't have to make. And we can actually look into see what her legendary would be if I wanted to upgrade it. What I really want, though, is the chest, because this is, you know, you get a lot of chests for this amount of money. And obviously, in jeweled chests is how you get the catalyst. So it's just more chances to get catalysts. It's a lot of chests for $7. So we're going to go ahead and, you know, get that really quick before the time runs out, and open those today as well. But that's, again, it's not the main point of the video by any means. Today what we're going to be doing, again, is going through the regular game. However, alright, what I want to do is kind of discuss how I'm going to be going about it. Now, I don't think there's any restrictions. Normal formation, complete dig-in. So it's really, really easy. Again, that's, you know, as we go on, it's going to be really fun to talk about what kind of formations I'm going to be using and how I'm going to be going about it. Like, for example, I did, I think, a video a long time ago on tier 1 of Runaway, which is the one where the rabbits start to like take up the back line. And back then, that was really hard because I used to use Artax, and I think at the time it was the detective, who I think you have to be in the same row as, I think that's how it is. Either way, it really hindered my performance in terms of DPS and in terms of gold find. So that back then, when I had no Crusaders, when I was playing this game and just going through the motions and everything, this was very difficult. So obviously it'll be interesting to see how we fare in the next one coming around. Honestly, it's not going to be too bad, really. The only sucky thing is that Santa was only at the most going to have 2. So we're really going to be relying on the Leprechaun here because he'll have 4 slots total. But Santa, of course, is going to be huge. Now, it's a new week, and I want to discuss a lot of catalyst stuff. So first and foremost, while we're opening these, let's talk about some catalysts. I'm going to go ahead and buy these things, and I want to discuss how I'm going to be going about it, because a lot of people have been expressing their opinions on how they think catalysts should be used, and 100% you guys are right. I just think there's a really efficient way of going about it, and then a not so efficient way. But it all depends on how much catalyst you're bringing in, like, you know, all the time. You know what I'm saying? If you're like me, who I don't open chests that much, and I don't play the game like a super large amount, where I'm not really, you know, spending my which I could be spending my rubies, by the way, but I'm not spending my rubies. I'm not doing missions on a daily basis to get just to maximize my jeweled chests, as well as buying jeweled chests. I'm not doing all that. So my catalyst, you know, income is not constant, nor is it large, especially considering we opened up 20 chests previously and got nothing. Like, that was unbelievable. A lot of people said it was bad luck. I honestly thought that was just the way it was. and the catalysts were that hard to come by, so that's kind of where my opinion formulated to begin with. But I guess that's not common. I guess I just got unlucky. A lot of people were saying unlucky. So let's go ahead and buy these real quick. I'll be right back, and then we'll go start opening these chests as we talk about catalysts. All right, so we did get her flappity flap helm of battering, which is nice. It's got bat ears instead of horns, which it doesn't really seem as efficient because horns seem a bit more sturdy. But you know what? More power to her. She looks a bit more cool now. So we're gonna go ahead and equip that. We'll check that later if I remember to check her legendary, because I want to see what specific. I know it's going to increase her bulwark ability, and that's all well and good and everything. I just want to see specifically what her I guess side thing is. I think that's going to be pretty cool. Hopefully it's something. Actually, let's just check it right now. I mean, she's right here. Let's click on it. Let's craft the legendary, and let's see what she's got. So increase the effect by 300%. Okay, so that doesn't go any higher. That's where it is. Increase the DPS of all Crusaders by 33% for each Crusader in the column behind Sasha. Okay, so that one's not too great. Okay. Oh yeah, we have double-digit legendary catalysts. A lot of people are saying they have a lot of catalysts. And again, these are people that play a little bit more than me, so I'm really happy for you guys. But let me talk about catalysts as we open this real quick. So my initial, I guess, proposal was to do 1 per week. Now I said 2 at the most because I felt like that was, especially for someone like me who doesn't have a constant supply of them, that's really kind of, you know, where you want to end up is only using 3 per week. In my opinion, it's a little bit more of a conservative method, but at the same time, you know, it helps in the long run because you're able to do more over time rather than spending more, you know, catalysts where you don't have them. You know what I'm saying? So some people were saying 3 would be the max, and I definitely agree with that. Oh, okay, so we've got our first epic gear for the clown. Increase for the DPS for all Crusaders by 40%. But yeah, so I think 3 definitely is the max. You guys are definitely right on that. I don't think you should go any more than that. After that, it just starts to become a bit wasteful. Okay, rare gear. So we got increase the base DPS of Squiggles the Clown by 100%. It's got all the trendiest colors: white, blue, red, more white, more red. Okay, great. I am going to go ahead and do Santa. Santa is somebody who has been on my radar, and a lot of people have been recommending it as well. And I really appreciate you guys dropping comments down below letting me know which ones are good, which ones that you guys have been doing, and what they do and all that stuff. I've read all the comments, and honestly, you guys are helping out quite a bit. Let me know in the comments down below if you'd like me to go into the comments of the previous video and look at the comments in regards to what people are using, what people are leveling up in terms of like that. Because honestly, it really is helpful. It helps me, and I can't imagine it wouldn't help you guys who might be, you know, kind of wondering, where do I spend my catalysts? Do I spend them, you know? Do I spend them, you know, do I wait to spend them, or are there Crusaders that I currently have that are worth spending them on? So it's very viable questions, and we'll be, you know, I'll definitely go and do that if you guys want me to. But in terms of catalysts, I think that, you know, it really depends. If you're someone who has, like, is opening chests like this, like, all the time, right? You have chests going all the time. You're doing missions, you're spending your rubies, right? You're doing the daily little things that give you challenges or whatever that give you rubies, which I have the same challenges in that little bar down there. I've had those since nearly the beginning of the game. I just don't do them, and it's definitely a mistake because over time you do actually just, you know, accumulate enough to get yourself some free stuff. All right, and you know, of course, on top of all that, there's missions. There's, you know, just the fact that you can unlock them by doing the story, I think, and also just randomly. You could just have a very small chance of getting them on boss levels. And then that's not even including if you decide to buy some or take advantage of the deals like I did with this, you know, the cookie ones or whatever. I don't know what they are, but they're jeweled chests. I got them for the catalyst. We'll see what's in them. So long flowing sneaker's cloak of subtle sneaking. All right. Increase the effect of snick at this. Oh my god. The hem floats magically above the ground, making your passage silent. That sounds extremely cool at the same time evil. Another thing I want to talk about that I've seen a lot of people talking about in the comments is that, you know, and this is all opinionated, you know, if you don't agree, I 100% understand. But a lot of people are saying it's that, oh, nice, legendary catalyst. Wow, it took me, do you see how many chests it took me to get there? I opened up like 11 chests just to get 1 catalyst, unless I was not paying attention. Dude, I don't know whether it's just harder to come by or maybe I'm just having really bad luck. But when it comes down to legendaries, I honestly, a lot of people are saying they're overpowered, and I can definitely see where that comes from. And to a certain degree, I'd say you're right, but at the same time, here's how I see it. Legendaries, because of the fact that they're not abilities, they're like, you know, there's something to enhance abilities, and legendaries, you do have to use catalyst, which if you pay for it, you pay for it, but if you don't, you know what I'm saying, you know, if you don't pay for them, they're not that easy to come by, you know what I'm saying? Paying for them is definitely the quickest and easiest way to come by the jeweled chests of any kind, but you know, they're just not that easy to come by, at least not in my experience. Maybe you guys have like tactics to do it, but you know, there are ways, you know, and you can get a fairly reasonable amount, but nothing like what I just got in like a second from buying it. You know, it'd take a large amount of work, and even then you might not get as much as I got. But essentially, I feel like it's not as overpowered as people are saying. Yes, you get crazy boosts and all that stuff, but they're not something that is a part of the character. Like, for example, way back when in like the Halloween event times, like all the way, you know, super long ago when I first did it, the pumpkin was like kind of a little controversial because he was so good at defense, and still really is nice, okay, and still really is that, you know, he's still really a good defense crusader. So much so that I still use him in my personal formation when I do defense. But he was much better. He would be like, I'm pretty sure, really close to 100%, if not over 100% in defense and health and all that stuff. He was extremely good, and that needed to get nerfed because it was a core ability. You know what I'm saying? It was something that was attached to the character. Now I could see later on if he becomes that good yet again, because of the fact that he has legendaries and all of his gear and all that stuff. See, that makes sense. Nice. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. See, that makes sense though, because you know, at that point you're getting something that he wouldn't otherwise have, and is a matter of luck and also a matter of skill as well. What is this? Takes 50% less damage? Whoa, are you kidding? Vulnerable ring of lightning. I shall strike down all who oppose me. We'll see if we end up using that. I'm pretty sure there's a person in place of Talia that I'm gonna start using, and it actually might be the clown. But yeah, so that's kind of how I see it, is that, you know, the gear kind of enhances the abilities. If it was, I got a jeweled chest. Awesome. That was just from beating going through the levels. So there you go, guys. It's just, you know, it was a really low chance of doing it, but it happened. So yeah, I mean, when it comes right down to it, as long as it's enhancing it, nice, let's go. Oh my god, should I buy another set of these cookies? Like, this is really good. Why is it that in this small section of chests I got more than than my other one? I had like 8 of these, right? Let me open up this one jeweled chest. Hopefully I don't break my streak there. But yeah, so I personally don't see it as overpowered. And plus, again, with a game like this, that you do have a community surrounding it, but it's not a multiplayer game. You know what I'm saying? It's something that only affects single player. It's something that only affects your current thing. Has my luck turned around? Let me knock on wood real quick, because I'm really not trying to screw this up. But yeah, if catalysts are coming in like this for you guys, then maybe my whole theory on this is wrong. But catalysts just don't come in like this for me normally. I'm getting pretty darn lucky. So yeah, I mean, as far as I see it, it only helps you. It's not hurting anybody else by having a really good piece of... Let's go! It's not hurting anybody else. It's only really helping you. And, you know, as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to a game like this, where, you know, like, for example, here's an example that actually works really well. Way back in the day, before we open this next one, because I'll open it, but then we won't touch these cards. Way back in the day when I used to play Skyrim, right, there was a bunch of little glitches and everything for you to get like gold duplication, item duplication, and they were by no means something that was in the game by default, right? And in those particular cases, that's kind of exploitation. You know what I'm saying? But Skyrim, as you guys know, I'm talking about Elder Scrolls. I'm not talking about Skyrim Online. I'm talking about like Elder Scrolls, you know, the single player version. It's a single player game. You deciding that in your playthrough of the game you want to exploit the game and glitch the game and do things that the developer did not, initially intend. To me, that's your prerogative. It's a single player game. If it's not going to hurt anybody else, that's something that you can do if you want to do. And the developers ended up patching that stuff, and I thought to myself, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you do that if it doesn't hurt anybody else, if it doesn't affect the stability or the playability of the game. It's just a choice from that player. You know what I'm saying? You're kind of taking that away from them without really asking them if they want that. And it kind of was a little weird to me because I knew on the PC version, and this was back when I played a lot of Xbox games and I only had Xbox, I was like, in the PC version, you can just open up the console command and just give yourself like an insane amount of gold or spawn whatever weapon you want. So it was like, why would you, like, what's the point of that? You know what I'm saying? So that's my logic on it. If, you know, if it's something that doesn't affect anybody else and only helps you, if you want to do that, go ahead. And this is in a scenario where, yes, they're overpowered, but honestly, it helps you play the game, especially for some of these newer players. For some of these older players, I can see it being a bit annoying, but I mean, you're pretty much maxing the game out as it is. You know, these are people that are probably waiting for tier 3 because they're already all, you know, like beasting out on tier 2, and they already beat all this stuff on tier 2 already. With the, you know, obviously with the exclusion of event stuff that has yet to come out. So that's my prerogative. You guys can feel free to agree, disagree, but that's how I see it. I'm kind of, you know, a little bit, you know, loosey-goosey when it comes to that, because I feel like if a person wants to play that way, or if a person, you know, wants to get ahead in a single-player game, you know, you might as well let them, because it doesn't hurt anybody else. It doesn't hurt the meta, because there is no meta. You know, it doesn't hurt the meta, because there is no meta, because you know, you're playing by yourself. So with that being said, we are now at number 37. We're not killing by, we're not actually killing quick enough, and that's because I really wasn't paying attention to this. But let's go ahead and do what we were originally gonna do after I start buying. I bought the wrong clown. That's gonna confuse me. Why is Pete the Carney here again? All right. Ooh, ooh! I forgot about this guy. Now hold the phone. I forgot, and now that we have legendaries, some of these things might become even better. I know Santa, which I was looking at right away, is someone I'm definitely going to be looking at. Why is this? All right, get out of here. All right, let's see what this does. Craft legendary. All right, here we go. Increases all gold found. What is this? Increase all gold found by 300%. Super lifelike rubber chicken of masterful crafting. Holy crap, that chicken looks absolutely boss. I actually want that chicken as a pet. Increase the DPS of all Crusaders by 10% for each Crusader in the formation not affected by bad joke. Alright, what if I don't buy the bad joke ability? does that help? Look at this, guys. In that one opening alone, I got 6 out of, like, that's a lot. Why can't I have that luck all the time? Kind of considering buying another one, but I'm probably not going to do that. We have missions available. Oh yeah, we didn't do anything. Oh, here we go. Takes 12 hours. We get, what, 1 jeweled chest? We might as well do it, right? To get these chests, I better, put my money where my mouth is to use all of these. Oh, here we go. What is this? 1 legendary catalyst? It's 1 legend. I might as well. It's 1 legendary catalyst. This is something I'd rather do. Here we go. Let's check it out. 30% chance off the bat. Male, female, human, animal, elf. Your sources, what is this here? High level, 50 EP or more on each Crusader, in addition to any other requirements, is required to maximize mission success chance. So 50 experience points. Jeez, I guess all these people, yeah, these people are kind of scrubbing. All right, we're gonna have to roll with somebody else. 65 EP. Here we go. 86% chance. We need an ogre now, and that should be at least 90%, and I'd feel really confident about that. We're gonna go ahead and, ooh, should I use Groglog? No, let's use this guy. Yeah, he's kind of scrubbing. Here we go. 90. Alright, so 90% chance to get this 1 catalyst after 20 hours. I'm feeling good about it. King Reginald, Sasha, the Merman. Alright, these people I don't really use. Let's go ahead and do it. Alright, now I'm kind of excited, okay, to see exactly what some of these things do. Let's just look at this one. Increase the base DPS of Squiggles the Clown by 100% when the Pete the Carney is also in the formation. And I'm assuming as we upgrade that, it's only going to get better and better. Now, Pete the Carney is probably always going to be in my formation because he is, just so happens to be a good DPSer, okay? I'm sorry, gold. Gold Crusader. So again, it's going to be really cool to look around. I saw Mr. the Monkey in my, formation. I was looking through some of my older Crusaders because I was swapping them back to my original formation after I had to switch them around because of the previous objective I was on. I wanted to maximize my idols and everything. So I had to switch them around. I noticed there's a lot of older Crusaders that have a lot of good epics, and I think I'm going to look into them. I think that might be an episode all in itself. in itself, where we go through and look at all of our Crusaders and see exactly what those epics do and get a good idea. I think, especially for someone like me who has a lot of Crusaders, at least a lot more than most people, it might be good to kind of go through and see, with the epics that I do have, see exactly what kind of stuff you'll be getting from them, and I think that would really be beneficial. It might take a little while to go through every single Crusader, but I think it would really help. So we might do that after this, once I kind of get to the point where I can unlock everybody and all their levels right off the bat. Well, I guess it doesn't matter if I unlock their levels. We're looking at gear, so we're gonna go to Santa here. All right, we've been trying to go to Santa for a while. Here we go. All right, so his buckle is something else that I could consider later on, but right now it's this that I'm really interested in. Here we go. It's going to double that and then increase the effective robustness expensive toys ability by 100% just by default. So basically an upgrade of 400% from 150%. That's really awesome. Let's go ahead and craft it. All right. Plated Santa cap of Jolly Emerald Holly. Now it's 200%. All right, great. And all I'd have to do is spend 250 common. I might just do that. So that's not bad. And I keep forgetting, to upgrade you don't need another jeweled or whatever, another legendary catalyst, which is very cool. All right, very cool. So we might just go ahead, should I do that? No, we'll save it. We'll save it till we're sure we want to upgrade, because a lot of people are, going about this and upgrading stuff. So we'll wait around and see what's going on. All right, let's look at how much of that helped. I was at around 36, 38. What am I at now? Okay, wow, that's a lot. All right, that's definitely a lot. I was at 36 or 38, something like that before. Now we're at quite a lot. His epic gear for this ends up being really good for gold, if I'm not mistaken. But unfortunately, I just don't have that recipe right now, which kind of sucks, because I'd like to see that. But again, there are comments that actually, I think, have this one, have this specific ability, and people are talking about his magnify ability. So let me know if you want me to go through the comments. I will do that, and I'll do that for the next video over. If you want to see that in the next video, what I'll do is it'll be a great time to do it too. If we're going through all their epics and everything and seeing what they have to offer, it'll be a great video to go back and look at the comments and look at some of the other possibilities that I may not have, such as Kane. I don't have his other epic that people are saying is really good. So that's something to consider, guys, if you want to see that. Now let's look at this one. All right. I'm considering my golds, but I also consider my DPSers, and I just want to see. Defensive team ability. What is his defense? Oh my god, imbued tooth dagger of rabid orcish stabbing. That thing looks so cool. Ancient Silver Cane of Walking. Increase the effect of Mr. the Monkey's Follow the Leader ability by 100%. Let's look at exactly what that ability is real quick. Follow the Leader. Increase all gold found by 40% for each Crusader in the column behind Mr. the Monkey. That's pretty good. Well, in a situation that's dire, okay? This might be useful to keep in mind, because when it comes to Larry the Leprechaun, he's great for gold when he can be surrounded. When he's not surrounded, that it's not as good. Okay, so it's definitely stuff to keep in mind. You know what I'm saying? Definitely stuff to keep in mind. 137 versus what? Let's go ahead and swap them out now. 137 versus, and this is who I use most of the time. Yeah, that's definitely better, but it's not bad to consider Mr. the Monkey if you don't have an ability to put Crusaders all around this guy, because with this one, Little Pockets. Where is it? Little Pockets. Where are you? Increases all gold found by 31.25% for each Crusader. So that's less, but it's more over a course of time, because you mess around with the rest of these guys. Let's see what these guys. I have all epics for this guy. Let's look at what we get for all this. Increases the effect of Larry the Leprechaun Little Pockets ability by 100%. That's what I'm talking about, and that's what's going to get additively increased. So if I were to go with this, that might be better. Not only does it reduce the cooldown, but it also increases by 100%. Let's look at some of these other ones. This is what I'm talking about. You got to look at all of them, because I could just go with this one, right? And hey, it doubles it. Fantastic, right? And that might be something I want to do later on. But I think the smart move would be to go and increase Little Pockets by, this, because it's going to be you know, the secondaries is by 100%, and then if I upgrade it again, it's probably going to be 200%. And right there, at one upgrade, it's already better. And then it's going to be 400%, and then more, or whatever it ends up being. It's going to be more in the long run for gold. Because next week is definitely coming quick, so I'm not in any rush. I just want more gold. You know, more gold equals faster progression as far as I'm concerned. And this is gear that he just has by default right off the bat, you know what I'm saying? So this is good. All right, let's look at Lyrion. Lyrion's the only other person, like, potential good one here. So let's look at him. Increase all gold found by 130. Whoa, what's this now? Increase all gold found by 137.5%, plus 37.5% for each other Royal Crusader in the formation, plus 25% for each other female Crusader in the formation. Wow, that is insane. But wait, I don't understand. There's plenty of females in here. We got the succubus. I mean, what's going on? Why is it only 137.5%? That's weird. There's definitely more than that. I don't know why there's not a boost for that one. That's kind of strange. Increase the effect of Golden Touch by 25% for each other female Crusader in the formation. Again, there's no. I'm confused. Okay, I'm really confused. Additively increase the effect of Golden Touch by 25% for each Royal Crusader in the formation. Increase the effect of Lyria on the Royal. Okay, wow, that's good. That's really good. I can't deny how good that is. But it's just strange to me why I'm not getting more of a boost. Because it says current bonus 137.5%. This is plus 37. It's just right off the bat, right? Read this and tell me if I'm doing something wrong. Increase all gold found by 137, whatever, right? That's the standard, right? Then it says plus 37.5% for each other Royal Crusaders. I don't think I have any of them, so that's understandable. But then it says 25% for each other female Crusader in the formation. All right. So that should be adding on to the 137. Now I've got the Witch, I've got the Blade Girl, I've got Sally the Succubus, and that's it. But I mean, that's 75% right there. So I'm wondering why that's not increasing. I'm really confused about that. So it might be a good alternative to Santa, especially if you only have like 2 slots. Maybe like sometimes Santa only gets in some certain formations. He only gets like 2 slots in front of him. It's just not possible to have more, you know. But when he has 3 or 4, he's really good. I'll have to test that out later on, and you'll have to let me know if maybe you got Lyrion or one of these other guys and started being good. But let me know specifically about Lyrion, because I think he has high potential, especially for what I've got for him. You'll have to let me know if that's going to be really good or not. But that's essentially something I'd like to learn in the future, if not from you guys, by myself in some testing, once I've kind of gotten everybody where I want to be, that I want to actually upgrade with catalysts. So again, initially we're taking about a 50% little hit here, okay? Because what it's going to do is it's going to increase it. It's already increased by 150%. This is going to bring it to 250%. The other one would have brought it to 300%, okay? This is 50 off. If we upgrade it one time, it's going to be better, okay? It's going to be a slight difference, but not huge. Let's just go ahead and craft it and see what we get from it. You'll have to let me know if my logic is right on that. I'm pretty sure it is, and especially long term, because I can upgrade this one and can't upgrade the other one. This seems to be the better one to get with my current catalyst of 2, okay? Let's go ahead and craft this one. And it gets cool new hats. That's pretty cool. 820 million now just from that one upgrade. If we upgraded it again, it'd be 200%. And then at that point, it would be 150% over what the other one would have been. Man, I'm tempted to do that. Holy crap. And in the next video, I know I did a few random Crusaders, but in the next video, if you guys want to see it, we'll go through each and every Crusader that I have that has an epic on it, and we'll look at it and see exactly how promising they could end up being. We'll theorize on it a bit. You guys can drop some comments down below in regards to that, and the video after that, we can have an awesome discussion about all that stuff, and I think it'll be really cool. So let's go ahead and start like maxing. Let's max her out. And now let's max him out. So, Wendy the Witch, 14.79 million. Yes! Squiggles the Clown, 17.8. Finally, someone beat the Witch. After all this time, someone beat the Witch. So let's move him into a position that's more advantageous that she's in, because she's got people boosting her right now. So that's impressive that he has nobody boosting him right now and is still better than her with boost from other Crusaders as well. That's incredible. So let's go ahead and move him. Now he's at 90 freaking 2. 14.7, 92 with the same boosts. That is incredible. That is incredible. Alright guys, so what a day that we've had here. Let's this is somebody I forgot to switch back. I was wondering. I knew there was somebody. So yeah, what a day, guys. This is really insane. We did get this guy's ability here, but unfortunately, I don't think we'll be able to actually look at it. Oh, we can look at it. I'll save it for next time. I'm getting curious. I'm gonna really love that next episode if you guys want to see it, because I'm gonna want to see it. I'm gonna want to see what we've got going on. When it comes down to this stuff, guys, I think I made a pretty good decision starting out. We spent 3 catalysts today, which is pretty much all I really want to spend for the week. Spending another one, especially at my catalyst level, would be a bit wasteful in my opinion. But if you are someone who is constantly bringing them in, have really good luck with catalysts, and just, you know, you just have a constant supply of them, then obviously it's not a big deal. But going above that, as most people have said, and as I agree with, is just not worth it. Okay, it's not worth it to do more than 3 once it gets to that multiplier. But for me personally, I'm going to stick at 2. I'm going to stop at 2. I don't want to spend another one unless there's somebody that I just need, but I don't. And you know, the gold bonus I'm very satisfied with right now. And I don't have any trouble with DPS as of right now, especially considering we're going through the original missions, and we're just going to be bossing them out for a while until we get to some of the higher tier stuff. But it's going to be interesting to see, okay? I'm really excited to see it and discuss the formations. That's going to be the best part. And we also have some storylines to read once we get further on in things like, let's just see here, Ready Player 2, I don't believe I did that, Idols Through Time, and Amusement Park of Doom. Okay, those are all ones that we'll tackle later on, and we'll be able to see a storyline in addition to the formations, which again is one of my favorite things to do. So with that being said, and another great thing is because we have such a high gold bonus, we're going to be getting a lot of idols every time we reset, especially later on. You know what I'm saying? Not only are we going to be able to upgrade things better and move on quicker and all that stuff, but we're going to have a lot of gold bonus because you know, whatever our gold bonus is, we'll basically, when we open a chest or something, which I always open at least 1 chest to get some gold before I reset, that's usually what I end up doing. And then, you know, then I maximize levels and then reset from there. So it's going to be really cool, especially if I were to do free plays, but I'm probably not going to be doing too much of those. So let me know what you thought in the comments. There was a lot of talking. Hopefully you guys weren't bored. Hopefully you guys were as entertained as I was going through all this stuff and looking at all the new stuff. Again, drop your comments down below. Again, for the giveaway, I completely forgot about that. Make sure you do that. I'm sorry I didn't remind you guys earlier, but if you're still around, drop your comments down below for the giveaway. Don't worry, if you haven't gotten your code yet, I'm getting there. Again, that whole past week was really busy. I didn't get a chance to, you know, actually get those codes out to you guys from the, I think, episode 49. And episode 50 is obviously, I'm working on that one too, but I can only do that when I'm home because I don't have Word on my laptop. I have Word on my home computer, and when I'm home, I want to try to record as much as possible because I have work as well, and whenever I'm home, I have to just work on recording, you know what I'm saying? But when I have the spare time is when I start sending those codes out, so just bear with me. I'm trying to get those codes out to you guys. You will get all your codes, and again, in episode 50, I showed you guys how to do the YouTube private message system and how all that worked, so make sure you check it, make sure you look at that, so you guys know where your codes are and all that stuff, because I'm sticking with YouTube. I think it's just easier that way, unless there's like a huge problem with it, and then we'll move on from there. So with that being said, hopefully you enjoyed. Definitely make sure you rate the video what you think it deserved, like whether it's a like or a dislike. It doesn't really matter to me. I just want to see how you guys liked it just initially from the likes and dislikes. If you didn't like it, of course, dislike it. If you liked it, give it a like, and if you did like it, consider sharing it as well, because that really helps me a lot. Obviously, it helps the channel grow. I really appreciate when you do that, and it helps the Sage family grow every single day. You know what I'm saying? We're always adding new Sages, and that's one of the best parts about it, because it's, you know, honestly, like, again, how could you complain about it with all the amazing people we've got in this community, and adding more and more people, it's just awesome. I mean, I'm really astonished at how great this community is. Like, I'm so lucky that, and really happy that this community is good, because there's a lot of communities out there that just, you know, they're a little kind of crazy, you know what I'm saying? So I'm really glad that we've got a great bunch of people in this community. But with that being said, if you guys want to subscribe and become a Sage in Training, make sure you do that today. And as always, this has been MrBayeasy, your favorite Sage, and I'll see you in the next video.